day's a day, a bad luck's always a coming my way.
For today's Grimm adventure, we find ourselves in Sleepy Hollow, New York. Today we're going to be doing a video that, to my knowledge, I don't think anybody has ever done before. Today we're going to cover the filming locations to the 1989 music video, Pet Sematary, by the Ramones. Now before we begin, I have to ask you, do you want to be buried in a pet cemetery? Now this is it. Pretty much the entire music video was filmed right here. And we know this because you can see that giant cross about the center of your screen. To be honest, watching the music video, I thought it was fake, but no, it is real. You can see that tree there. That road is the same road that the hearse comes down carrying the Ramones. They had a fog machine, they had some lights up there. And then you see this patch of grass that's right here in the foreground. This is where they built an actual grave. Now I say actual because I thought Hollywood music video was probably a prop or something like that, but no, it's a real grave. There are tombstones around it with pets' names on it. Those are fake. But the grave, once again, is real. And the guy who dug the grave is here with us today. This is Messias. Thank you for joining us on this cold morning.
Okay.
So I have to ask you, first and foremost, are you a fan of the Ramones?
Yes, I was. I still listen to music of them.
Well, I guess technically you could say you was, or you were, because you are the man who dug the grave that buried the Ramones.
Right.
So what was that like? How long did it take?
So to dig the grave, just the grave, took about 1 hour because the grave was bigger than usual graves.
Okay.
But to set up the lift platform on the top for them took about 3 hours, 4 hours to set up everything inside the hall.
Now, they had a whole bunch of extras here. In fact, in the music video, you can see a bunch of people, a bunch of famous people in the music industry, like a lot of their friends come in and stand pretty much right here in front of the grave, like a little cameo. And it was January of 1989.
Well, I don't remember the month, but it was very cold.
You can see everybody shivering,
right.
You can see their breath, which I always felt comical.
Yeah, it was very cold.
Did you get to meet the Ramones that day?
In person, they don't let nobody go around them.
Okay.
Even in the office.
All right.
But I was behind those bushes over there because I got to stay here with the machine just in case something happened in the hall.
Yeah.
I get ready to act. So, but in personal, no. I don't talk with them.
I was wondering about that because if we put things into perspective, most of the music video was filmed right here, and they had the grave right here.
Right here.
The office where they had all like the extras, and they did some interviews with some behind the scenes is that way, and then all the other filming locations that they did of them walking through the cemetery is down there. So it's kind of neat that it's all right here, like legendary Sleepy Hollow, the Ramones, Pet Sematary.
Right.
So, one more question. Do you want to be buried in a pet cemetery?
I don't know. If I still in United States, yeah, this is my cemetery because I work here for 30 years, nice. 32 years. So this is my cemetery. But if right now I'm retired and my life will be in my country and here, half and half.
Yeah.
So because I'm from Portugal, and if I die here, okay, this is my cemetery.
Fair enough. Well, much respect, and thank you for being a part of music history.
Yeah, okay, that's fine, and thank you to have me in this video.
All of the other scenes with the Ramones walking through the cemetery and the quick cut scenes, like where they bend down and they pose with different tombstones and Joey gets down and he pets the lamb, all happened over here. It's like the same spot. They just put the camera in different angles. You'll see what I mean. We're gonna line up everything. Now, if you look closely, can you see Jessica's breath? It is that cold here in Sleepy Hollow. Now this is fitting because in the music video they filmed it in January 1989, and if you look closely you can see everybody shivering. It was that cold.
I think they shot at night and we got here just before dawn. I've been trying to stay a little warm with dancing around to the song, which apparently Michael would like me to recreate for you.
Oh yeah, let's see it.
Do I sing the song too?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery.
The first shot of the music video is taken from right about here. You can see this formation of the tombstones as the Ramones walk right towards the camera. We get a shot of the Ramones walking through the cemetery from right about here. There's a giant bush that's keeping me from getting the exact shot, but the tombstones match up.
Bush.
We see the same exact tombstones a little bit later on in the music video as the Ramones walk right behind them. In fact, you can see that tall tombstone there with a cross on it.
Do you see these bushes in the back?
Oh yeah.
In the video, they were little baby bushes. They were so small. Look at them now. That's cool.
This lamb tombstone is kind of famous here in Sleepy Hollow Cemetery because of the music video. In fact, in the video, Joey Ramone can be seen crouched down right where I am, and with his right hand he reaches out and he pets the head of the lamb. Now what's really cool about this location is actually two scenes in the video. If you look over here, there are two crosses that can be seen with the band crouched down behind them and kind of posing. I think this is the shot right here. They kind of like stop for a little photo opportunity and then they keep on walking. Now there's a pretty rock star shot of the band walking right up this road towards where I am standing. In fact, with the camera set up right about here, this is it. You can see that concrete post there as well as those two metal bars. Now right beyond that, there was a tree. It's no longer here. Baby Goal, I know you're cold. Run up there and be a tree. Let's show the viewers where that once was. You just pick up a stick? She did.
There is an actual stump here.
Here's a little Grimm life piece of trivia. You see that mausoleum that's up there on the hill behind Jessica being a tree in the Ramones music video? That's where we took one of our most famous photos that you can see on our website and at our conventions, all right here. It's a small world in the legend of Sleepy Hollow. Baby Goal, you're too freaking cute. Towards the end of the music video, we see the guys walking right past these graves, which is right next to the lamb. And then the very last thing you see in the music video is the guys walking out into the sun right down this road. If you pay close attention, if you look as they walk right down, you can line up different tombstones on both sides of the road.
Being here and seeing this is definitely a beautiful music video. The only thing that would have made it even more cool is if Stephen King himself had been here to direct the music video. This this all came about because of Stephen King. He was a big Ramones fan, so he put them in the book. Dee Dee Ramone's name is in the book, and one of their songs came over the radio in the book. When the Ramones found out that Stephen King was such a big fan, they happened to be in the New England area, got to hang out at his house and have dinner, and this song was written at Stephen King's house in about an hour. I think they said it took him to write it.
There's a part when the character checks into a hotel under the surname of Dee Dee Ramone, right? And then he turns on the radio and they're playing Rockaway Beach, and before he buries somebody, he goes
in a pickup truck too.
You can't say, "Hey, well, let's go," before they bury people.
This white room might look familiar if you've ever seen the behind the scenes footage of Pet Sematary whenever the Ramones were here filming. Especially that wall back there. You see that little like filigree above the doors? This is where they had all the extras, and they did some cast interviews in this building. This is the chapel at Sleepy Hollow Cemetery.
We're coming up from hell, you know, we're gonna like
She's
torture
bringing
everyone.
bombs.
I play the drunk cowboy.
I'm the mortician. I'm going to measure the Ramones for their coffins.
I'm the Maximus Mani Mono Momi Momi Ma.
I'm going to be a normal, sexy housewife dusting a tombstone.
And I'm not gonna lie, it's rather warm in here, so I can only imagine on that cold day whenever they made the music video, that this is where they kept all the extras to keep everybody warm before they took them out there into the cold of the cemetery where they can see their breath and they were shivering. Maybe they were shivering because it was a spooky night in the legend of Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. You never know. And with that being said, baby ghoul, I have to ask you, do you want to be buried in a pet cemetery?
I have two answers.
Let's hear it.
Number one, if I come back, like in the movie, no, that seems terrible. The ground is sour, Louis, the ground is sour.
The ground is sour.
And my second answer is, if you don't come back like you would in the movie, but I get to play with like all the ghost animals and stuff, then I would absolutely be buried in a pet cemetery.
I would so be buried in a pet cemetery myself.
Yeah.
In fact, one of my very fondest concert memories, I saw the Ramones in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania years ago. It was part of their reunion tour. And I remember clear as day, it started to rain, clear as night, because it started to rain towards the end of the concert. And the very last song the Ramones played was Pet Sematary. And they started it off, everything got quiet and everybody thought the concert was over. And Joey Ramone gets up there and he was really tall and very like lanky and very awkward with big bushy hair. And he's like, "All right, Pittsburgh, I got a question for you. Do you want to be buried in a pet cemetery? 1, 2, 3, 4, and he went into it. It was amazing, a memory for sure. If you have ever got to see the Ramones live in concert, awesome.
Lucky ducks.
If not, they're all over the YouTubes, the interwebs, wherever, including this video. And with that being said, thank you for joining us on another Grimm adventure, this time in Sleepy Hollow, New York. Walking the steps, walking history of Pet Sematary by the Ramones. Until next time, happy Halloween.
Boo!
Wherever I come, bad luck just comes my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.